Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io, and if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go through Patreon, which I think is $5 a month. So in the last Let's Play, we did the thing that we kind of did also with the smoke room, where we're like, and we're starting a new Let's Play, and the route just ended. Heck. So, we, started Diego's route here. Hyena. Let's see, how's my face? There we go. Upon my return, I found Diego lazing on the couch, browsing through a selection of different movies with his remote. Welcome home. You still down to catch a movie? Of course. Great, hold on. As soon as he said it, Diego rushed off towards the kitchen, only to return moments later with his collection of alcohol. Wait, I want to remember the movie, man. Really? Day drinking, Diego? Well, it's technically the evening, even if it's still light out. Besides, it'll be fun. Besides, not like we're going anywhere, right? Remember, kids, try not to drink. I shook my head, but not in disagreement, more of in concern that Diego's bad habits had begun rubbing off on me, as well as him doing other rubbing off. Hey, try this mix with some cola. It's a cherry liqueur. Cherry? Don't mind if I do. I poured a shot of liquor into my glass, topped off with cola, and then took a sip. Well, what do you think? It's goddamn delicious. I knew you'd like it. So, I can't figure out what I want to watch. So here, Diego set everything up and handed me the remote. Your choice. What makes you think I know what to pick? Shh, just choose something. Rest of this selection of movies and shows. Waiting for something to catch my eye. At first, a cheesy romance drew my attention. How about this? Nah, no way. Last thing I want right now is a romance movie. Yeah, fair enough. I recalled Diego's recent breakup. It probably wasn't such a good choice now that I thought Diego thought about it. Next up was an old school action classic that was a few years older than either of us. What about this? Ooh, yes, let's do it. Now in the movie, Diego had been drinking at a rapid pace, steadily growing more intoxicated and rowdy as he went. Oh yeah, so cool, man. Then he throws the guy through the window. Yeah, shosh him. Glad you're enjoying yourself. This movie is the greatest, man. Are we gonna have a intervention with him at some point? What was it? It was like this game and some other game. It's interesting how, just on side note, through most media I see, alcoholism isn't such a thing that's in the forefront, but in furry romance novels, it seems to be a bit more prevalent. You know? Like, Dawn Course, where one character's like, yeah, I started noticing I felt sad without drinking alcohol, so I knew I needed to stop. Maybe not alcoholism, but like problem drinking at least. Finally, the movie had wrapped. 1 second. Diego had finished 2/3 of a bottle of spirits and was, well, a mess to say the least. So cool, man. I'm glad you suggested this. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's a great movie. Yo, Adrian, you're too sober. Heck, gonna drink some more. I tried to refuse, but Diego ended up pouring another drink for me, with a generous double shot of liquor. Come on. I figured, what was the worst that could happen? Like Diego said, it's not like you're going anywhere. I grabbed the glass and shotgunned the whole thing in one go. Damn, cough, hack. Diego began cheering as he poured me another, spilling the cola and liquor as he went. What? Another? Drink. Heck. You're seriously bad influence, Diego. Drink. Heck. Drink. I did as he asked, and threw that one back too. Yeah! Diego had out his paw for a high five. I swung for it, only for him to pull it away in the last second. Ha, just kidding. He held out his paw again. I scowled at him, waiting for him to pull it away before easing mine towards it. It was less than a high five, and more of a gentle paw press. Ooh, ooh. What was that? Oh, shush. Hey. Yeah? Come here. We were both seated about half a meter apart on the sofa, and Diego was begging me for me to come closer. Given his state, I wasn't sure this was a good move. Come on. With a sigh, I conceded and slid over to him, so our legs were almost touching. Ooh woo. Then he wrapped an arm around me and pulled me into a sideways hug. So glad to have you here. What? Huh? What? Heck. Oh jeez. What is this about? I missed you. Did? Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for giving me somewhere to stay. Thanks for staying. Thanks for thanks. It's been a while since anybody stayed. Oh? What is your ex? About your ex? Only overnight sometimes. Didn't live together. He didn't want to. He didn't? Nah, asshole. Probably only wanted his own pad so he could sleep around. The conversation had suddenly gotten heavy. As much as I wanted to know more, I figured it was a story best told sober. I pulled out my phone and started ordering food, something that could be guaranteed to distract him. What are you doing? Burger. Yeesh. What kind? I can't even see the screen right now. Just something meaty. I want this one. 2 beef patties, whole chicken sesame seed buns. A chicken patty and onion rings for good measure. Diego didn't respond. I looked over at him to see him in total daze, drool dripping down his mouth. I'll take it as a yes, please. The attraction was a wild success. Our burgers had arrived shortly after, and Diego would praise it between each bite. It's amazing, so juicy. What? You know what? Would it be nice with this burger? More beer. What? A drink. No Diego. Yeah, the guy in my head is definitely Diego, unfortunately. Try as I might, he was unstoppable. He prepared 2 more glasses of booze and handed one to me. Down the hatch. Don't you think we've had enough? Nope, down the hatch. After that, things were a blur. I seem to recall dancing? Diego tripped over the coffee table at some point, and we laughed about it for 3 minutes straight. At one point, we'd blacked out. Day 6. The game really likes doing that thing where, like, you do a scene, close eyes, open eyes, close eyes, open eyes, close eyes, open eyes. I guess that's what they're doing. Next thing I knew, it was morning. I had been asleep on the couch, and my head hurt something fierce. That said, the couch was a little more comfortable than I remembered. I was decidedly cozy. At least, I thought it was the couch. It wasn't the couch. On one hand, I suppose I was thankful that I wasn't waking up in some forest somewhere, or in the back of a grimy alleyway. On the other, this was a touch more awkward than that. Thankfully, Diego hadn't woken up yet. I had the opportunity to escape before he... The alarm on Diego's phone was ringing. I was frozen solid in place, and could feel Diego stirring beneath me. There was no way I could run now, so I decided to close my eyes and pretend to still be asleep. Diego clearly thinking he was in his own bed, reached down to where his bedside table would have been to silence his phone. He swung his right arm over the edge of the couch several times, grasping only air. Huh? His eyes floated open, and the situation finally dawned on him. Oh shit. Touchy. Or touche? Diego didn't move for several long moments before he began adjusting his position, shifting upward and outward slowly as not to wake me. The couch was rather small, and the two of us were packed quite closely together. Both my forearm and my head were pressed against his belly. I felt Diego gently grab my hand and very slowly began to shift it off himself. His grip was so gentle, in fact, that only a few inches of movement, my hands slipped from his grasp, landing directly on something warm and firm. Exclamation mark. Oh my god, it was his dick. His erect morning wood, in a situation that went from bad to catastrophic, a brief and wonderful moment resulting in my own arousal. I only hope he wouldn't notice. I praise he wouldn't notice. Or, praise? Prayed. He grabbed my hand once more, this time a little more firmly, and successfully managed to move it aside. He then began to gently slide himself off the side of the couch, my hand gradually sliding down the side of his belly and finally coming in contact to the fabric. Finally, after it seemed like an eternity, Diego had broken free. I'd heard the click of Diego's claws on the wooden floor as he took several gentle steps away from the couch. Those same clicks then ceased, and through the corner of my squinted eyes, I can see he was looking right at me, and right at the newly formed and suspicious bulge contained in my underwear. Oh shit. He stood still for a few moments before his footsteps resumed at a much faster pace, fleeing to the room as quickly as he could. Shortly after, I heard his bedroom door close. This was my chance. Up from the couch and gather my clothes that were strewn across the lounge floor. I quickly dressed myself and settled back down on the couch, ready to play the role of someone freshly awoken upon his return. It was taking longer than I expected, probably beating it. Oh, you're awake. Good morning. Okay, Adrian, you can do this. Play it cool. There's my buddy. How you doing? Good morning. Did you, sleep well? It was alright, I guess. What's the long face? Long face? What are you talking about? Well, we're both canines, so we got long faces. I guess it was nothing. By the way, how are you feeling after last night? Like you've been run over by a car. What? What did we even do last night? I couldn't tell you. We finished the movie, got really drunk. After that, it was all a blur. It may have been my imagination, but for a moment, there could have been I could have sworn a look of relief washed across Diego's face. You too, huh? Oh, I need to get ready. Ty got me working the bar this afternoon. Oh, Jesus. I definitely wouldn't drink or want to drink the day before I have to actually do something. Too many, days where, I would have a class the next morning or at midday, and I'll just walk to class because it was definitely within walking distance, and just be like, okay, take notes, hold steady, you got this. Oh, and for the longest time, I never blacked out, but then these days, it's a lot more common when I drink. Whoa, what? You're working? After a night like that? Don't worry about me, I can handle a little hangover. You just said you felt like you've been run over by a... Shh, I'm fine, trust me. If you say so. What are you gonna do? I checked my phone, no messages. So far, it's looking to have the day off. That's probably for the best after the night we had. Get some food in you, and drink plenty of water. Hey, that's my line. He got ready and made his way to work. Took some painkillers and drank several large glasses of water to soothe my hangover before pondering as how I'd spend my day. You know, Also, another thing about me, like these days, I don't get headaches anymore. I feel a little nauseous, but I just mostly the my hangovers are just emotional and mental degradation. Just feel, emotionally feel like shit. But physically, tend to feel perfectly fine, if a bit dizzy. So try not to drink. Cause drinking bad, guys. I was home, relaxing in killing time, when I was startled by my phone ringing. The caller ID showed Axel's name. I wondered what he was calling about. Hello? Hey, Adrian. Had a busy day? Not at all. I haven't done a damn thing yet. How about yourself? Ooh, day 6. I bought a fridge. A fridge? Yeah. Have you and Dom found a place to live already? Well, no, not yet. But the one I've got here belongs to the landlord, and the seals are all broken, so it's cost me heaps in power. Dom's only got a really small one, so I decided to get a bigger one we could both use. All of a sudden, I just remembered, like, The Sims. I feel like I want to and need to play that game, but God, playing that game always makes me feel bad about myself, because it's like, here's this person, they got a job as a muffin person, and they're quickly promoted to CEO, they're doing all these skills, they're getting relationships, like big friend group, and waifu, and I'm just sitting in front of a computer. Aren't you thoughtful? Heh, I don't know about that. But anyway, about why I called, I went for a really nice model, but ran out of cash for delivery. You know, I don't have a car or anything, right? No, that's no problem. The store is literally right around the corner from my apartment. I got it to the steps, but I'm not strong enough to get it up. Get it up? I see, you need a big strong man to come and pay you a visit then. What? No, I just need help lifting it. Saying I'm weak? I know. I'm only messing with you. Oh, you scared me. But I get paid in pizza. That's scary to you? I mean, a little. Anyway, can you help? Of course, I'd be happy to. Great, I messaged you my address. Sounds good. A big strong man will pay you a house call soon. Stop! Ooh woo. Nice little apartment Sita. I not long arrived and helped get Axel a new fridge in his place. Following that, I was invited inside. Ooh woo. You're a lifesaver, Adrian. Thank you so much. It's no problem. I'm surprised you didn't get Dom to help you. He's not much stronger than I am, but you're big. I suppose I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, I didn't really mean any. I was only kidding. Relax. Ah, you do that a lot. So I do. I guess you're tired after that heavy lifting, huh? Can I get you a drink? Yes, please. Water's fine. I'm a little hungover from last night. Oh? You drank last night? More like yesterday as well. Diego kinda coaxed me into it. I see. Well, I hope you had fun at least. What I remember was fun. What you remember? Might have blacked out. Oh. Why not ask Diego? He blacked out too. Oh. So long as you're both safe and sound, alright? Alright? Mostly, Diego tripped over a table and woke up. Well, never mind that How did he wake up? Tell me more. No, he doesn't need to know. I was awake to see it. That's not fair. It's not fair that I go telling other people. Was it funny? I bet it was funny. No, Look, forget about that. Forget I said anything. Aw, you're no fun. Chunky cheated cheeks. My phone was ringing again. Who could it be this time? I checked the screen. Ty was calling. Hello? Good afternoon. I do apologize for calling you out of the blue like this. It's no problem. I'm sorry to spring this on you so suddenly. I was wondering if you could come as soon as possible. I need to run home first for a change, but it shouldn't be a problem. Is somebody sick? I'm terribly sorry for interrupting any plans, and sort of. Diego is in not much of a state to be working today. Somehow I'm not surprised. I'm a little hungover myself, but I should be okay. Hungover? I see. Well, it's only the last 2 hours of the shift, and we're not particularly busy. No problem. I'll see you soon then. Thank you again. I will see you soon. Ty hung up the call. You been called in? Yeah. And here I was, thinking there would be a shortage of work. Sounds like Diego's hangover might have gotten the better of him. Oh, well, thank you for coming to help anyway. Next time you visit, maybe we can do some stuff together. Ooh. Sure thing, Axel. I'll see you later. See ya. I arrived at the bar a short while later. Adrian! I'm glad to see you made it. Could make it. It's no trouble. Is Diego alright? He'll be fine. Please excuse me. I'm going to go and let him know. You can head home now that you're here. Ty disappeared out the back, and a short while later, Diego emerged. I'd expected Diego was going home early on account of it being hungover, but seeing him now, I had my doubts. At first glance, his eyes were red and puffy, and his nose was a little wetter than usual. Did he have hay fever? No, couldn't be. Wrong time of year. Could he have been crying? Hey Diego, are you okay? Yeah, fine. I'll see you in a couple hours, okay? Okay. I got a better look of him as he passed by. The fur on his eyes was all damp and matted. He'd definitely been crying. But about what? What about? I decided to ask him about it once I get home. Like I said over the phone, we're not busy this afternoon. How about I teach you the basics of working the bar? Alright. First thing, don't drink. Last 2 hours of Diego's shift went by in a flash. Ty taught me how to make most of the drinks he serves, and even taught me how to make his famous pina coladas. Thank you again for helping me today. No problem at all. I want to ask you, would you mind terribly if we had a chat? Oh, sure thing. Come, there's a booth in the back, which is free. We could talk there. The two of us arrived at the booth and sat opposite to one another. I'm sorry about this. I know you must be wanting to get home. You apologize too much, Ty. What do you want to speak about? It is, well, about Diego. I see. I thought it might have been. He looked as though he'd been crying when he left. Indeed. The specifics of why is his business. I hardly wish to betray his confidence. Ty paused for a moment and scratched his chin, obviously pondering what to say and how it should be said. I apologize for being blunt. And please, know that you don't have to answer my questions if you don't want to, but I must ask. Do you like Diego? Of course I do. He's my best friend. I wouldn't have come all this way just to stay with him if I didn't. Yes, of course, but that's not quite what I mean. What I mean is, are you interested in Diego, romantically? This isn't quite the question I was expecting, but one I didn't have to ponder the answer to. Yeah, I am. I thought as much, but I wanted to confirm for sure. Ty was scratching his chin once more. Okay, please forgive me, but I'm going to take something of a gamble here. What do you mean? I am one of the few people Diego trusts enough to talk about more sensitive and personal topics, and the reason he was so upset relates to someone we spoke about earlier. Something. I'm going to tell you what this is all about, but for the time being, please keep what I said to yourself. You don't let Diego know I told you, okay? Okay. Diego is conflicted, and in a way, it makes perfect sense after what he's been through. Oh, his ears are flooped. After everything that happened with his ex-partner, he's still very much wounded. I suppose, rather than conflicted, he is scared. Scared? Of what? Relationships, of course. Scared of it all happening all again. Scared of losing a friend. Scared of being hurt. Scared of putting his trust in somebody. You see, he feels very much the same way that you do, but his wounds are still quite raw. The reason I asked if you liked him was to determine whether telling you any of this was necessary. And now that I know the feeling between you both is mutual, I feel like it's appropriate to tell you a few things he had not said himself. His ex was not a nice person, not in a relationship context, nor in general. He very much only cared about himself. And to him, the relationship with Diego was nothing more than a means to help him get what he wanted. It would seem he got what he wanted and unceremoniously cast Diego aside, without the decency to give any closure or a proper explanation. So I'm wondering if this is somebody we're going to meet or somebody that we have met. Because I might feel like it could be the guy at the gym. Because I think, what's his name? Diego didn't want to go to the gym in one of the Let's Plays. In his mind, he was single for a lot longer than Diego had been. It took Diego finally mustering the courage to confront him in order for him to learn that himself. Oh, I see. That hurt Diego tremendously. Arrival had served a wonderful distraction for him, no doubt. But now, he has developed feelings for you, or perhaps awoken some historic ones, and he's terrified of them. So, I must ask, if you care for him, as you do say you do, please bear all this in mind, and please, be patient. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate you looking out for him, and for me for that matter. I'll try to, slow our relationship growth to about 20 days, because that's the length of the game. Did he mention anything specific? Nothing that I can talk about. I'm sorry. It's okay. I was just curious. Something happened this morning, and I wondered if that was related. Something this morning? Do you feel comfortable saying more? Well, we sort of woke up together on the couch, spooning a bit. He got a little drunk last night, and I'm not even sure what happened, or how we got there, but my butthole was sore. Well, Diego was of the impression that you were not aware. He woke up just as I was figuring out how to escape. I figured it would be much less awkward if he thought I was still sleeping. I see. Well, seeing as you know about it, I will confirm that was part of it. A couple of other things he mentioned too. Things that happened last night in particular. Ooh, last night? He told me he didn't remember anything. And perhaps, for the same reasons, you pretend you were asleep? Oh, shit. It would seem Diego knew more than he let on. Unfortunately, I had zero recollection of anything that might tie into this discussion. Can you tell me anything he said? I'm truly sorry, but I must not. I will let him fill in those blanks himself, should he choose to do so. I understand. I felt a little queasy. Blacking out was embarrassing enough on its own, but sorry. Something else important happened, and not remembering was much worse. So much worse. There's a reason, something else I wanted to talk about as well. Oh, shoot. Diego was always something of a drinker, but it would seem he's been drinking far more and much more often than before. Not to mention him working hungover at least several times a week. And, there's only 7 days in a week, so, it concerns me. I worry that he's drinking to dull the pain. His habit seems to have grown out of control, and it concerns me greatly. You see, this is one thing I wish there was in more stuff. Like, maybe I'm mentally, it's in more things and just kind of I just gloss over, but it's like, I really wish, because like, I don't know, when it comes to a lot of media, there's like drinking problems and alcoholism, but it only seems to be very, how do I put it? It's like, you can either drink a whole bunch and be completely fine, or drink a whole bunch and be completely an alcoholic in a show, and there's no in-between or kind of growth into bad habits usually, you know? Now, I know better than anyone that getting between Diego and his drink is not a good idea, so please understand that I'm not asking you to stop him. Just keep an eye on him, okay? Be his sense when he has none left, and make sure they remain safe. That might be a problem. He's very good at peer pressure when it comes to drinking. Indeed, which is why I wanted to give you this. Tai reached into his vest pocket and pulled out a small bag of tablets, which he placed on the table between us. Tablets. What are those? Roofies or something? Goodness gracious, no. Where would I even get such a thing? I don't know. I mean, you're a pretty mysterious guy. No, they're not roofies. These dissolve in liquid and contain a compound which breaks down alcohol. If you have to play along, put these in your drink, and it will help you to keep a clear head. You're not perfect, mind you. They will not keep you sober, only slows things down, but it should help you keep a clear head if needs must. Whatever the hell did you get something like this? Or where the hell? I work in a bar. I mean, I guess, but have you used these on patrons? No, I have not. I only had them because of one particularly problematic situation I was in some time back. Thankfully, I never need to use them. You see, I used to work on a ship, and we would play, and I'm doing some kind of joke where it's like a drinking game where it's a life and death situation and need to keep sober. I'm curious. Well, it's not much of a story. One of the shareholders of a bar used to come in and drink often. He'd become rather aggressive and uncooperative when intoxicated. And if I ever tried to cut him off or throw him out, it would have come with threats. With threats he very much had the means and rights to pursue. In the end, I had something of a financial windfall and was able to buy him out of his shares. Since then, he's been banned from the premises. And I'm almost glad for it. I doubt my conscience would survive putting something in a customer's drink, even if it was for his own benefit. But using it yourself, I do not see any harm in that. I don't know. I try to avoid using these if I can. Without any luck, I'll be able to talk some sense in Diego. But, like you said, if needs must. I understand. I wish you luck. Unlike most people, Diego will actually listen to me. Despite that, even I cannot dissuade him from a drink. Anyway, it's like I said, definitely not roofies. How you come to such a bad conclusion simply eludes me. I didn't know. Do you truly think me as some sort of gentleman that has roofies on hand? I am insulted. Sorry. It's quite alright. I'm only yanking your chain, so to speak. I think I have said everything I need. And to at any rate, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Thank you. It's good to have a clearer picture of what's going on. With relation to Diego's former partner, I know you're most curious. Please do not press the matter. He will tell you when he is good and ready. In the meantime, please try to accommodate him and help him feel comfortable with everything that's happening. Oh, thank you for the advice. It's no problem at all. Please keep Diego out of trouble, and I wish you two the best of luck with the rest. Oh, and for what it's worth, I would be most pleased to extend you the same assistance I have been offering Diego to you as well. Should you need advice, or perhaps a good ear, my door is always open. I might take you up on that. It sounds like I've landed myself in a complex situation. Having somebody with your wisdom available would be very helpful. Ty chuckled in response. I'm glad to hear it. Now, should you not be heading home? I fear Diego might have fallen victim to the siren song of alcohol once more. Roger that. Boy. That's a thing. Knowing, about myself and about family members, I can't really think too many of friends. Yeah. Anyways, end of this Let's Play. So please comment, comment, you like, dislike, tips, tricks, always. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and share the recipe grown. Please remember to spay new your animals to help control the pet population. And if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. And if you want to support the people that make this game, then you can go to their Patreon, which is $5 a month. And, you also get the newest version earlier. And until next time, I'll say, me, GamerWolfSix, of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. A game, I'm glad, touches on this subject. Because, this, Dawn Chorus, what other ones do I play? Winds of Change, it does kind of bring on that, but it's like, hey, I drink heavily, but if you're watching me, then, I'll keep sober. Echo, kind of has one guy that heavily drinks and smokes. I think that's it. Adastra. One guy does heavily drink at one point, but for a decent reason. Me and Terra. I mean, there's alcohol in them, but they're not really anything. Kima Coliseum. There's alcohol in them too, but not about alcoholism. Dawn Chorus touches on noticing problem drinking, major, minor. I don't think so. Sileo, this one, and the smoke room. There is alcoholism in there, but it's the Wild West. I don't think they're like, alcoholism. It's not it's just a normal thing, kinda. No, anyways, until next time, I'll say, me, GamerWolfSix, of Sileo, Tales of New Dawn. See ya.